Hi, friends. We're the Fishers of the Funventures.
I'm David.
I'm Lorelei. And we were posed some travel questions, cruise questions by the
Creators, Journey with the Gingers.
Journey with the Gingers. Awesome name.
We'll link that below so you can watch them in a little bit.
Easy one first.
What state do you live in?
We live in Florida. Central. Smack dab in the middle. Second question.
Okay, cool. All right, second question is, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
I work for the largest insurance company. Da, 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 da. And I am an auto adjuster.
I have been in the same industry for, almost 25, 26 years. Even higher than that, probably, if you add it all together. I've been in different roles in the theme park industry since I was 19 years old.
19. That means food and beverage, wardrobe, attractions, merchandise, everything.
Besides traveling and cruising, what are 3 of your favorite interests? Mine are going to Comic-Cons. I love going to Comic-Cons, anything geeky, things like that. She doesn't as much. Love movies. We both like going to the movies a lot, but sometimes I'll go by myself just to enjoy the movie-going experience.
Scary movies.
Yeah. Or, superhero movies, stuff like that. I also like, I'm a roller coaster enthusiast. Whether watching me on YouTube, going on them, seeing what's coming out new, just all around any type of roller coaster, I just love watching that stuff.
Not me.
All right. What are your interests?
I am a karaoke queen. I love to sing, and you can find me on Smule. I am also a beach bunny. Love the beach. Love the waves.
Yeah,
I'm a mermaid. I'm Lorelei. Look it up. Also, our family and Framily game nights.
Those are fun.
We have a huge collection of games. Googly Eyes is our most recent one.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
That was hilarious. Sober. It was hilarious. Next question.
If someone asked you, how do you afford to travel often, what piece of advice would you give them? This is more you, because you're more finances than me.
Yes, I have a separate savings account. We have quite a few savings accounts. They're all specifically for different things. And we have a specific savings account for our vacations. It is money that goes directly from my check into this account. It does not get touched until we're ready to book our next cruise. Don't choose the first cruise or vacation that you come across. Shop around. Try different travel agencies to see who has the best deal for you. Everyone loves the balcony cruises. We're spoiled. We love them too.
Balcony.
But if you can finagle an extra cruise in your year, pick an inside cabin. Pick a lower floor. You're still going to have an amazing time. If you need to see the waves or feel the sea breeze, go up top. Go to the Serenity Deck. Go to the Lido. You're still going to have an amazing trip whether you have a balcony or your inside cabin. So shop around.
Next question is, do you like to fly, and what is the longest flight you've taken? I loved flying.
I don't mind flying.
The longest flight I've taken was for work purposes, but I flew from here in Florida, and actually we flew out of Orlando and all the way to Singapore. And that was a total of 24 hours in the air. Very exhausting, but very, very fun. Little cramped quarters, but it was an adventure. Loved it.
I'm an Air Force brat. I grew up flying, so I don't mind it. I don't particularly like or dislike it. My longest flight was from Florida to London.
How long was that?
9.5 hours.
Wow.
Fun fact, you can trick or treat while on the plane.
Whoa, nice.
My mother would she trick or treated one year, and I think we Easter egg hunt one year. I remember the trick or treating on the plane.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Very, very cool. Next question is, what upcoming trips do you currently have planned?
We have our couple cruise. It's just going to be David and I.
Just the two of us.
This time. And that's coming up at the end of October.
The 20th. Going on the Magic out of Fort Lauderdale.
We don't mind Fort Lauderdale.
I like Fort Lauderdale.
We're very lucky being in Florida that we have a couple different ports that we can drive to fairly easily.
Yeah.
Miami being the cheapest, but the worst drive.
Yeah. I would have to say Miami is the most beautiful port in Florida to us to sail away from.
It is.
But getting there is it's a good 4-hour drive getting there, and then you don't want to do that 4-hour drive back home afterwards.
It's not even the 4 hours, because that's fun. We jam out to our music. We visit and talk and get excited about the trip. It's when you actually get into Dade County.
Yeah, the traffic gets a little weird. If you ever been through Orlando and you think that's bad? No. Next question. What has been your favorite vacation you've taken so far?
We've taken quite a few. We've been together over 20 years.
20 years.
6 years we've been together. 23 years we've been married. The last trip stands out the most to me. That was our family trip with our two best family groups. And it was amazing. Not a hitch. The best time, the best company.
Best excursions.
The best activities. Absolutely. The best dinners. It was just an overall amazing time.
Great time.
For the kids as well. It was just the best time.
Yeah, I totally agree. That was awesome. Next question is, what is the one thing you must always pack in your suitcase?
Makeup.
I mean, I don't need the makeup.
Medication.
Definitely medication. First aid kits.
First aid kit, especially if you're traveling with children, because it can get expensive buying from the little shop on the ship. Not so much the ports, but carry Band-Aids, carry anti-nausea.
Headache medicine, just, aspirin.
Yes, absolutely. Sudafed. My son and I get very snuffy and stuffy.
Definitely, yeah.
On the ship, even in a balcony. So something for decongestant, that absolutely helps. Cups, we take our own cups. And we make it a fun deal. The kids get to pick out their own Tervis tumblers, and we have our special Tervis tumbler.
Yeah. It doesn't feel right if you're not drinking out of them. That's how tradition it's become with us, with a certain ones.
Carnival has those little baby plastic cups, too. I think they've gotten a little bit bigger, but not much. Plus, if you're going to be hanging out on the Lido, on the Serenity deck, it's nice to have
a bigger cup.
Tall boy filled with ice. I mean, the Tervis tumblers hold those ice cubes for a long time. And
next question is, what is the best beach you've ever visited?
I would have said Half Moon Cay.
Love Half Moon Cay.
Prior to this last trip. Half Moon Cay has always been our favorite.
Definitely.
It's beautiful. It's clean. It's not ever too crowded. You could get a cabana there.
Are you talking about Blue Lagoon, though?
Yes.
As being your favorite now?
Yes.
On our last trip, yes. Blue Lagoon in Honduras on Roatan. It was...
And that was a fluke. We didn't even know about it until we got there.
It was awesome. Private little area, secluded from the rest of the beach. You could still see the ship, great views of the ship. Snorkeling was amazing.
We got a cabana. We actually got two cabanas to share with the 3 families. We got the 4 lounge chairs.
Free Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. We had bar service. Of course, we paid for that. Yeah. Extra food service.
The Ruby Tuesday restaurant that was right there would actually, you could order. They would come to the cabana, go get the stuff and bring it back to you. And it was awesome.
There was music piped in. There were showers there.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the showers. Yeah.
And we were given floating mats, like the yoga mats, and the tubes, the inner tubes. Yeah. And it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. The fish were able to swim underneath the little bobbing things. I don't know what those are called.
There's just a barrier, so we didn't go past it.
Yeah.
As when we're swimming,
and it was totally still. Our son would have liked if there were waves. I did not mind that there were no waves. It was beautiful
awesome.
to relax, lay out. We snorkeled quite a bit. There's some footage, really good footage that you got. It was gorgeous. I definitely want to go back to Blue Lagoon.
Next question. If you could go somewhere you've never been tomorrow, where would you go?
Tomorrow. I did quite a bit of traveling being an Air Force brat and growing up in Europe, but one place I never got to go to was Italy. I would love to go to Florence, Italy. I'd also like to go to Germany.
I'd like to go to Germany.
I'd like to go to the River Rhine and see my namesake.
I'd like to see the castles in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
I know they talk about castles in England, but I like to see some of the castles in Germany.
I climbed most of those castles. Castles in England. Fearless.
For me, I would really love to take an African trip on the savannah and just do a whole entire week out there, just being with nature, seeing elephants and lions and lions eating the antelopes. The whole circle of life thing. I think that would be awesome.
I'll take them to Animal Kingdom.
That's awesome. Okay. Next question is, how many cruises have you been on? I've been on probably 6, 7 cruises, all with Carnival. How about you? How many have you been on?
I've been on 17.
Whoa. Have you been that many?
Yep. I have been on a lot of girls' cruises.
That's where it is, yep.
Mm-hmm. I've been on Sensation 6 times.
Like the Sensation. That's most of the majority that I've been on in Sensation.
It's a small cruise ship, but it's a familiar cruise ship, and it's a quick weekend cruise for us.
Yep.
Like I said, we just drive up 2 hours to Port Canaveral and
hop on her for 3-4 days and come home.
Especially for birthday trips for girlfriends. It's just super easy, fun thing to do. I've been on Ecstasy 3 times.
That's one of her sister ships.
Yeah, that's a sister ship. I've been on the Glory 3 times. That's a beautiful ship. We like the Glory. I've been on Conquest twice. You've been on Conquest?
Mm-hmm.
Victory. That was a beautiful ship. We liked Victory.
You did?
I liked Victory.
More ships that I haven't been on yet, but that's okay. I'm going to hit them eventually.
Paradise, only once. I don't remember it.
And Sunshine. We just went on Sunshine.
The Sunshine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question is another cruise question. I think we're doing the rest of them should be cruise questions. What is your favorite cruise or first cruise? What ship and where did it go?
Our first cruise, we were invited by my parents, who are Diamond, and cruised. They used to cruise 3 cruises a year, and we went on the Glory. And we went to
the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Yes.
St. Martin, St. Thomas. Beautiful places. The only time I've ever been down there, but I won't ever forget them.
Right.
Some of the most beautiful islands I've ever just sailed from or sailed to.
And we're new cruisers. We only started in 2006.
Yeah.
Newer.
All right, next question is, which cruise ship has been your favorite so far and why? I would have to say we just hinted on it a little bit, but Sensation.
Sensation, yeah. And it's primarily because it's our home ship. That's what we think of as our familiar. It used to port in Port Canaveral.
It's down in Miami now, right now, I believe.
But we just...
It is smaller.
Yes.
It's always clean, though.
It's not fancy like the bigger ships, but it's always beautiful.
Yeah, got the neon. Like an old-time ship's got all that neon on it, which is awesome. Which is
The shows are just as good. The staff is amazing, always. Regardless if you go on a small ship, medium or large ship. The staff is always amazing, and that's one reason that I am brand loyal to Carnival. Cha-ching!
All right. Next question is, this is one of my favorite questions. What is your favorite cruise ship food item? Well, I thought about this a little bit, and then I'd have to say, really, is the breakfast burrito at the Blue Iguana bar. It's just, it's awesome. Especially those little tiny crunchy potatoes that are in it. just give it that extra kick on the things. I don't know just why it's so good. It's just something I love. I'm going to take it a step further with dessert as well, is the chocolate melting cake. But I do mine a little bit different. I like to get the pecan ice cream or butter pecan ice cream, and then also with peanut butter. If you've never tried it with either one of those, you're doing yourself a misfavor. You really need to try those. What about you?
Cheese plate.
Simple?
Super
cheese plate.
simple. I'm keto. I can't have
The chocolate melting cake.
I don't eat the sweets. I never did even before I was keto. Can't have breads or root vegetables. And I don't know. I like a lot of the protein, the prime rib. I think I get flat iron steak every single meal.
Almost. You get the prime rib a lot too if it's available.
I do. But I always end my meal with the cheese plate.
What is your favorite onboard activity? You could go ahead and say it. I mean, it's something she loves. I may not love her doing this, but she does love it. Go ahead and say it.
The slots. I love my slots.
Yes, she does.
But I also really enjoy the days at sea. He likes to explore the ship. If it's just the two of us, I will fix myself a drink and pick out a lounge chair, and just find a really good spot on Serenity. I love that feeling of looking out and seeing nothing but ocean. That is my favorite time. That is absolutely, it's my happy place. Absolutely. That's where I center. That's why I like to cruise, is that time that I can spend just listening and watching the waves.
I love that too. Don't get me wrong, but my favorite onboard activity, it's not the slots, even though I like the slots, is with my theme park background. I love the production shows that they have on the ship. My favorite is Epic Rock. She got to see that for the first time on our last cruise, and she's like, "That's what you're talking about? That was amazing. That was so cool."
I'm not really big on the shows. I'll enjoy them, maybe 2 shows a cruise on a longer cruise.
I will see both shows a night. Even if it's the same show, I would try to see both shows every night.
And meet the cast.
Yep.
And get the pictures with the cast.
Yes, that's pretty awesome.
But Epic Rock was amazing.
Epic Rock was very
that blew me away.
You got the picture with the cast that time.
I did.
Yeah, that was awesome.
They were amazing.
All right, this one we can actually say together. Favorite cruise cocktail?
Kiss on the lips.
Enough said.
Yep.
Really?
We get it on when we first walk on board.
Yep. Sometimes before we even get to our room, we've got our kiss on the lips. But if we haven't, it is definitely the first drink we get on the cruise ship.
And the first time we ever tried that, we were with our friend that we met on the cruise that we are still friends with years later.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. I don't know if she introduced us to it, if we introduced her to it, but that was the first cruise that we actually tried it, and that's where it stuck.
All right. What has been your favorite excursion we have taken?
Half Moon Key.
You're talking about the Sea-Doos?
Oh my gosh.
Sea-Doo excursion.
We almost got just the one and rode piggyback, but we decided to each get our own, and that was our very first experience on a Sea-Doo, Ski-Doo,
jet ski,
whatever you want to call it. It was amazing.
You could see you going probably 30, 40 miles an hour on these things, and you could see the bottom like you were standing still.
They were taking us through the sand bars.
We started in a little lagoon in the middle of the island, and he said, "Stay in our wake so you don't hit any of the reefs."
But they took off.
And then all of a sudden we're gone. We're like, "Oh, I guess we're going."
They took off. But you're screaming and laughing and praising God because it is an amazing experience.
We stopped on a sandbar, got to get off. Starfish this big, just massive. Okay, I exaggerated a little bit, but they weren't like the little pet starfishes you see like in an aquarium. They were huge.
He was big.
Yeah, they were awesome. Right? We've talked about this a little bit. When's the last time you cruised? And what was the name of the ship and where did you go?
It was actually our first time on Sunshine.
Yes, and we love the Sunshine. We fell in love
beautiful.
with that ship. Yeah.
That was a bigger ship. And that went to Mexico. That was in May with our family group.
Honduras, Costa Maya,
Cozumel.
and Cozumel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And 2 days at sea, right? Yeah. First day was at sea, and the last day was at sea. We've had different opinions on this one on different cruises. Some assigned time dining or anytime dining.
Okay. So we always did late dining.
The late assigned dining.
Late assigned dining.
Like the 8 o'clock or whatever it is.
And we thought that was best, especially with kids. We didn't have to rush
After port
ports of call. Especially if you had an excursion, you didn't have to rush the 4 of us to get showers, hair, makeup, looking presentable because you wanted photographs as well after dinner. But we found that we missed so much.
We would miss the shows for me, or just any activities on the ship.
A lot of the kids' activities we would miss when we did the assigned late dining.
Because we wouldn't get out till 10.
It would be really late.
And then the kids are just done by that time.
Well, not Genevieve.
Well, most of the time. The kids were done, so we'd have to take one of them back to the room, and one of us would stay with the younger one, or I would stay too.
One night. As soon as they opened dining, your entire party, and we were a party of 10 this last time, had to be at the maitre d's desk. And you gave them your room number, mine being platinum. I'd always give them mine because that got us in quicker.
Yay, platinum.
And they just always put us with the same gentleman, the same staff, and we had the best table.
This past one was amazing.
That's the aft?
Yeah. Just looking straight off the back of the ship.
Oh my. So maybe wage the pros and cons if you're not platinum.
If you don't care about any activities like that, you do want that leisurely after the port, like she was saying, to get ready, do the late dining.
Late dining.
Definitely late dining. You want to see some shows or
Early.
any other activities, definitely do as early as possible.
Agreed.
Hey, well, we're down to our last question. And it's just, why do we love to travel? Meet new people.
We meet a lot of people. We have a lot of friends that we've met on cruises that we stay in contact with that come and visit us because we are in a destination location. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. We went with a couple couples to the library a couple of times a night just to play some games.
On our anniversary cruise. Yeah. We played Pirates.
Yep.
What was it called? Pirates Dice.
Pirate Dice. If you've ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirate Dice, a couple card games, different nights.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Besides meeting new people, I mean, we work really hard. We both have very stressful jobs. So having the freedom of Carnival planning the entire trip, besides the excursions that we pick, we could be kids.
Yep.
We never grew up anyway. So we can absolutely, we get on board, we unpack, we go play. We don't have to worry about anything. Our older daughter is 16. She knows the run of most ships. If she doesn't, she learns them in a couple of hours.
Yeah, we rarely saw her on our last cruise. we were the
For
old
dinners.
people. We were the old people.
Yeah,
Get back in there like 10:30 and back in our room ready to pass out. She would get in there 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. She'd come waltzing in the room.
Glow sticks, glow makeup.
Yeah. So, but that's awesome too because they can be independent as well, because you trust them, you trust Carnival.
She has her rules to stick by, but yes, the staff is amazing. So we have no fear with her exploring up the tops of the ship. That's it.
So
no
that was
responsibility.
Awesome. No responsibility. Well, that'll do it for our question and answer. Kind of get to know us. Kind of get to know a little bit why we travel, why we cruise. I'm going to put a link down below to Journey with the Gingers. Thanks for setting these questions up. It was all their idea. Go check out that channel. They're great content, not just cruising. They do a couple different travel things. And if you would love to do your own, if you're a creator out there, go ahead and use these same questions. Feel free to tag Journey with the Gingers and also tag us. We would love to see that. The reason we want to tag you, we want to see your responses. So, till next time. Bye, guys.